Whether we like it or not, the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh looks a reality. Now, I cannot tell you whether there is going to be a slip between the cup and the lip. But after the cabinet has passed a cabinet note, bifurcation looks a reality. And you might know that after the we had addressed last time we had met here in Darussalam, I had reiterated this. Now the opinion which MIM party has given to the empowered group of ministers, it will be fair on my part to say that the cabinet note, the terms of reference are clearly pointing towards that the government of India wants to make Hyderabad as a union territory, or they want to make it part of union territory. And why do I say that? Is because if you read the cabinet note, if you read the terms of reference, there is no clarity on Hyderabad. Whether Hyderabad constitutes a revenue district, whether Hyderabad constitutes the GHMC limits, whether Hyderabad constitutes the HMDA area, or fourth, the Hyderabad constitutes Hyderabad as agglomeration area which the Census Department of India takes. Second point is that there is no clarity in the cabinet note and in the terms of reference that why is it that the State Public Service Commission has to be one. Thirdly, there is no clarity on why a separate high court for the residuary state of Andhra Pradesh cannot be formed immediately. The fourth point is if you read the background note of Home Ministry given by the Home Ministry to the group of ministers, on page number 37, to be very precise, on page number 37 it says, it talks about bringing in education and employment for Hyderabad within this whole area. So because of these 5 points, we suspect, and our suspicion is based on the cabinet note, based on the terms of reference, based on the background note which the Home Ministry has given to empowered group of ministers, that Government of India is contemplating to make Hyderabad either a union territory or short of union territory. Now what is the stand of MIM party? From day one we have been saying we oppose the union territory status to Hyderabad. This has been the consistent stand of MIM party. We cannot accept Hyderabad as union territory. We cannot accept Hyderabad with law and order, revenue, municipal administration, education and health with the Government of India. We want Hyderabad to be given to, if a Telangana state is coming into existence, without any condition. Without any condition, Hyderabad should be given to the Telangana state. This is what MIM said to the Sri Krishna committee. This is what I have been saying publicly. This is what I have said in the parliament. This is what I have said with the interaction with all of you. The third point is law and order. You take law and order. In that note which we have given, there are nearly 4,000 odd vacancies in Hyderabad City Police. There are nearly 3,000 vacancies in the Cyberabad Police Commissionerate. Whenever a festival happens in Hyderabad, whether it is any festival, the city police has to mobilize forces from throughout Andhra Pradesh for the maintenance of peace and security of the city. Now let us assume that a Telangana state is formed. and law and order is taken away, where will you get the forces from? Second point, tomorrow you have two chief ministers over here. And what will be the position of the police? Third point, which is our biggest apprehension, that this will lead to miscarriage of justice against the Muslims. Because as it is, there is lot of bias among some of police officers against the Muslim community and the Dalits. So anyone who is made the commissioner of police, Hyderabad and Cyberabad will not be there. We suspect that a commissionerate of both will be formed, and this commissioner of police would be the super chief minister. Would be the super chief minister. He will be more powerful than the residual chief minister of residual state of Andhra Pradesh or the chief minister of Telangana. And it is very unfortunate. It is very unfortunate. I fail to understand what sort of vision or thinking these Congress leaders of Telangana have. They are saying, okay, we are willing to give law and order to Government of India. With respect to them, I would like to say to all these Congress leaders who are accepting that we are willing to give law and order to Government of India. Number one, they don't have any political stakes in Hyderabad, either in the GHMC area or in the Hyderabad district. These leaders, they are not leaders who are saying, but they are jokers. They don't know the reality of Hyderabad. They don't know the miscarriage of justice which has happened to Muslims, which happens to Muslims day in, day out. Whether it is Makkah Masjid bomb blast or any other incident. And they have no political interest. And all these Congress leaders of Telangana who are saying that we will accept law and order to be given, revenue to be given, municipal administration to be given, they are only very keen and eager to become the chief minister only. They don't care about all these things. That is why we strongly oppose a move which has been given. And I am also surprised by the note that has been given by the Telangana Joint Action Committee also. Verbally, Kodandaram says 2 years, but in his note he does not talk about it. The Telangana Congress MLCs, they are saying, okay, give away 10 years. What is this? And then the argument given is that people from Seema Andhra live in Hyderabad. That is not right. If that argument is, if it is taken on its face value, then Seema Andhra people live in Rangareddy district, Seema Andhra people live in Nalgonda, Seema Andhra people live in Nizamabad, Seema Andhra people live in Khambam. If that is the argument, then I am forced to say, let law and order of all these 4 districts be taken away by Government of India. Let all the IPS officers who are going to be appointed in Cyberabad, in Rangareddy, in Nizamabad, in Khambam be appointed by Government of India in Nalgonda. What will Mr. Jana Reddy do then? What will Mr. Sudarshan Reddy of Nizamabad do? What will the Khambam leaders do? So that is why we are saying law and order has to be given to the state of Telangana. And if the state of Telangana cannot provide security to the people of Seema Andhra, then use Article 356 and throw away that government. Throw away that government. Because to provide security to life and limb of an Indian citizen is the fundamental duty of a government. And I am surprised that all this argument is only going around Hyderabad and people of Seema Andhra. What about Muslims? What about Dalits? What about Christians? Our apprehension is very true that in a separate state of Telangana, definitely Sangh Parivar and BJP will grow. The bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh will only help the RSS. And in that post-bifurcation scenario, when Sangh Parivar will become more powerful, our apprehensions are true. Who will address our apprehensions? And whether we like it or not, the police always works under the political executive. It is fine to take a very moralistic arguments and Prakash Singh argument, it is fine. But the reality is this. And who do we go and say that tomorrow if another Makkah Masjid miscarriage of justice happens, who do I go and say? Who do I go and say? Taking away municipal administration will destroy Hyderabad forever. That will destroy Hyderabad because the Telangana state will not invest in Hyderabad. The other state would say, no, we are going afterwards sometime, why would we invest in Hyderabad? So Hyderabad will be destroyed economically. Thirdly, we want a separate high court to be created immediately for the residuary state of Andhra Pradesh. Because a demand is there from the Seema-Andhra people. Immediately high court should be divided. We oppose the arrangement which is again being proposed by government, by Dr. Manmohan Singh government, that a high court on the lines of Chandigarh and Punjab and Haryana should be continued. No, we are opposing that. We don't want that to happen. Let a clean separation be made.